All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Podcast with No Name. This is the No Name Network. Please like, share, subscribe before anything else. We really appreciate it. And comment down below on what we're about to talk about. This is the most shocking events in world history that have left an impact on our history. And I'm Nick Johansson. This is Taylor Slay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You're kind of sick today, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yes.
But that's okay. We're going to tread through this and get through it like champs.
Like champions.
Champ is here.
Yeah.
You ever heard that? That's a song.
Yeah. I think so.
Have you?
Probably.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we've got 5 to 10 the topics.
Yes.
We've given up on the top 10. It's just gonna be a running joke from now on.
Yeah. It's just gonna be a top.
It's a top because we cannot be done to have 10. It's not gonna happen.
We're too busy.
We're too busy. That and we're kind of lazy.
Very much so. The lazy part, I take part in that. Very much
I do
so.
too. There's a lot going on. All right, but without further all right, you go ahead.
Okay. Alright, well, the first thing we're going to talk about, the most impactful thing in history, would be the Berlin Wall being broken down.
Huge.
Huge!
Hey, and we now elected somebody that wants to put that wall back up just around the United States.
Yes. And that would have been terrible.
Horrible.
But it split East and West Germany from 1961 to 1989, because in 89, that's when they started letting people come through.
Yeah.
It all started because East Germans would escape through Hungary to Austria. Then East Germans were returned to Budapest in Hungary. Right? Budapest is in Hungary, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. When they stormed the West Germany embassy and refused to return to East Germany. The same thing happened in Czechoslovakia and Prague.
Yeah.
And soon, border crossings came to be, and it came down. Demolition officially started, I think, in like 90.
Yeah, it was around that time.
It ended in 1992.
Yeah, it was like the year before I was born, so yeah.
The reason why I was there because like West Germany thought, no, it's East Germany thought West Germany and all of the NATO were like fascists or whatever. So they built that wall, man.
Yeah.
And it coming down was a big thing in history. I remember reading about it when we were in high school, and now it was in wasn't it in Forrest Gump or something? Who talked about it?
I think so.
Well,
It touched upon it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a huge ordeal, and it's very symbolic of everything that was happening at the time.
Yeah, Cold War.
Yeah. The
Communist,
wall,
fascist.
the walls coming down. I remember seeing a bunch of headlines like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's very impactful.
Yeah, very much so, and has a long-standing effect on society today.
Yep. It was. I think it was one of the repercussions of World War II.
I believe so. Yeah.
So
And there's a bunch of those that are on this
the
list.
fall of Nazis and all that crap.
Damn Nazis.
Damn Nazis.
Damn Hitler.
Hell. Hell with them Nazis.
Sounds like you're saying Heil. Heil Hitler.
Hell Hitler.
Just kidding. Don't do that. Unless you do, which then, hey, that might be our demographic. Who knows?
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
For the first one, yeah. What
Okay.
you gotta do?
Alright, so I'm going to go on the Hindenburg disaster. If you don't know, the Hindenburg was a blimp that was, of course, this was Germany yet again, because, those Germans,
The damn Germans.
just the worst. I'm just kidding. Germany's great. I love all the things y'all produce over there. Yeah. So I got the Hindenburg disaster. It was the biggest airship of its time. So just a few facts. This disaster occurred on May 6, 1937. The disaster killed 35 people on the airship and 1 member of the ground crew that was there. 62 of the 97 passengers and crew survived. It happened over Lakehurst, New Jersey.
Was it New Jersey?
Yeah, it was in America. Hold on. It was only available for 2 seasons, and it traveled over 2,500 people across the Atlantic between Germany, New York, and Rio de Janeiro. So yeah, it frequented here in those 2 places.
Wow.
It was the largest airship ever built, over 800 feet from front to back.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it was really big. And then it was destroyed in a mere 37 seconds, which I'll get to. And a lot of people don't know this because I found this very interesting too. Is that
They
when
caught fire like a mother.
yeah, but you would think because helium, like it wouldn't go down that quick. It would just, it would just explode, and then everybody would be like, "Oh no!" Just really like, "Wow, no!" ground. No, that's not what happened. So yeah, due to being filled with hydrogen as opposed to helium, that's why it exploded so quickly. And that shocks a lot of people because you would think a blimp is full of helium. You're wrong.
Nope.
Helium at the time was difficult to produce, and America had a monopoly on it. And why this was a big ordeal is because at the time Hitler was in control of Germany. So, of course, this is a German airship.
What year was this?
This was
What did you say it was?
1937.
Okay.
So yeah, right in the
like
prime of Hitler. Yeah. So, with Hitler being in power, Americans felt he would use helium as a use for weaponizing military things over there.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't sell it to the Germans for that reason. So that's why this was hydrogen built. It was intended to be full of helium.
Yeah.
But it was full of hydrogen. That's why it imploded and got destroyed in less than a minute.
Holy
which is
shit.
absolutely crazy. And if you don't know, go look up the pictures. It's one of the most iconic looking scenes in American history because of just how fast it went up in flames. There's been so many great paintings about it of a terrible tragedy in history. But it is definitely something interesting to read about, especially with the ramifications of World War II and what could have possibly been different if it was fully helium as opposed to hydrogen.
Yes.
But yeah, I just thought that was very interesting.
Dude, have you heard of it's like the opposite of helium. And you like inhale it, it makes your voice deep and low.
On helium?
No.
That's a joke.
It's like, I don't know, sulfate difluxetine or some shit. I think I just made that up.
You probably did. Oh, I'm looking it up.
But while he's looking that up, the reason why we wanted to talk about these subjects is because we just witnessed something in history as Donald Trump became inaugurated as our president. Not a lot of people thought it would happen. You know, he's not...
Yeah, sulfur hexafluoride.
Sulfur hexafluoride?
Yeah. You were close.
I was close.
that was innately close.
Sulfur and flexa.
Yeah, you kind of you wiggled around it. That's fine.
But we just witnessed Donald Trump being sworn in, and he's not really from a political background.
Yeah, how about we touch upon that for a second? Because how big of a controversy this is. And we're just a few mere days into it, and still, it is at the height of controversy like never seen before.
Executive left and right.
Yeah, God, where to even begin? I mean, from people of the representatives of not the House, of the presidential cabinet coming out and literally calling people liars for the audience size of the inauguration.
Yeah.
Does that really matter?
Yeah, like if you don't support him, then you don't support him. But
okay, this reminds me of a very dictator kind of thing to do. It's like, no, you're wrong. This is what happened. Like they're gonna rewrite history. That's what it kind of seems like.
Yeah, I think, dude, I'm kind of scared at that point because I was listening to Joe Rogan and a couple of his friends at Underground at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And it just made me think, like, holy crap, what if he does just take over this country, like, in a negative way?
Yeah.
Like, what if he, like, implements freaking martial law and stuff like that? What if, because you see he's already signed so much stuff, and so quickly.
Yeah.
It's been, like, what?
It's been like a week, not even a week. Yeah, not even a week.
It's not even a week.
As of this recording, not a week.
As of tomorrow,
not even a week. No, but yeah, it's
just scary to think of, like, because you see how serious his face was at the inauguration and all the pictures he's in. I mean, yeah, it's a serious position, but you got to be happy, you know. Hey, man, I'm the president. This is a great day for America. But then again, I don't know, man. And it was something about, like, I myself went to a Christian school. Like, you did too. Like,
yeah.
Did you notice how much, like, God was involved at the beginning? Like, they pray like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's.
I mean, that's always kind of been a thing.
Yeah, but like I feel like it was more than usual.
Yeah.
Because they had a choir there singing.
That was just creepy.
Did you hear about the band they had?
No.
They had 3 Doors Down.
Oh yeah, I knew 3 Doors Down was there.
Good
old 3 Doors Down.
I put a boot in your ass or whatever that dude's name, Alan Jackson. No.
Oh.
Toby Keith. Yeah.
Oh,
Toby
yeah.
Keith and somebody else was there.
Mr. America.
Yeah.
can't go more American than Toby Keith.
Oh man, Toby Keith, let me tell you about
Don't
that.
bring them
man.
Dixie chicks around while he's around now. Let me tell
No.
you something. Yeah, this is a very tread lightfully time because this is something that we really haven't seen before. Is something, well, someone from a
Like-
non-political background other than Nixon
Yeah.
take over office and actually have reins to do whatever he wants. And it kind of feels like that. Donald Trump has the reins to do whatever he wants. And it kind of seems like the American people hate that. But this is what we elected. And you can say whatever, oh, blah, 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 I didn't elect him. He's not my president. At the end of the day, he's your president. At the end of the day, this is your country. At the end of the day, your friends, your family voted this person in.
You can't. I mean,
Yeah, you can revolt, but the results will remain the same. And yes, I'm glad people are protesting.
see this.
But peaceful protesting. I'm like the march, the women's march. I'm
But
glad.
have you ever noticed that protesting it sometimes turns to violence in countries and then it escalates into a civil war? I don't want that to happen in this country.
No, but I think we have more wherewithal to have that happen.
Okay.
I have more faith in us
America?
as a society.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I should at this point because of what's happened as a society. But I've seen what happens, and this comes back to what we're going to go into in a little bit later. I've seen us after 9/11.
Yeah.
I've seen us after all these tragedies and how much we've come together.
Yeah, that's what they were saying about Bush. Like, Bush
Yeah.
had the most, like, one of the lowest ratings as a president ever, and then when 9/11 happened, he was up like 80%.
Exactly, because he took swift action.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen what can happen after tragedy. Hurricane Katrina, 9/11, and those two things aren't the same. But at the same time,
Kanye West, a stupid statement.
but I mean, those two things are not the same on any global scale or capacity. But at the same time, that was the first time that we had seen the United States united in a very long time, and I feel like this is a great time. And yeah, I'm not saying Donald Trump is equal to 9/11. But this is a great time as a society that we should come together and understand each other's problems and listen and heed those words instead of being violent. And that's why I was happy to see the women's protest and march. Now, Madonna's a stupid idiot, and she should be detained in prison forever for what she said about the White House.
What'd she say?
She said, I've been thinking about blowing up the White House.
Okay, yeah, she needs to be
Because she's a stupid
investigated
idiot.
for domestic terrorism.
Yeah, no, she is a stupid idiot. She should be detained and arrested. Because if I said those words on a public forum, I would be detained and arrested. And that's just because I'm a person. I'm a person of this United
But
States.
just because Madonna is just Madonna, she's
Because
gets
she's
away
stupid
with it.
anyway.
But like a virgin.
She's acting like a fucking idiot.
Dude, like Donald Trump's not even going to be living in the White House.
No, he is. His son and wife are not.
I heard that him.
Melania and Barron are living in Trump Towers in New York because he's still going to school there. Ivanka and Donald are going to be living in the White House.
I thought he wasn't going to live in the White House.
No, he is.
I thought I was about to
They
say,
are.
dude, that's like a freaking target right there.
Yeah, no. He is, just they're not. Because Barron is still going to school in New York City, in New York State, and he doesn't want to leave, which is
You talking
understandable.
about the little dude?
Yeah, he's a kid. I mean,
How old is he? Like 13?
Yeah, he can't be that old. Yeah, he's got to be like 13 or 12.
Something
He's
like that.
tiny. He's a very tiny man. Or maybe he's a full-grown adult, and he's just very tiny. Who's to say? I don't... What a just weird time we live in, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with all the violent protests, but if you want a peaceful protest, I agree with that. Go ahead and do that. That's your right as an American citizen.
Yeah. Well,
We kind of spouted off about that.
yeah.
But yeah, so let's continue on talking about Trump a little bit because this is a huge ordeal. It is the second reigning of Nixon, basically. Because Nixon was a quote-unquote celebrity who got thrust into power.
He was an actor.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't
He was an actor. And he got thrust into power. And his wife wasn't really of any... I mean, she was more of kind of what Melania is now. A model type character.
Is that who she was as a model? Like, I don't really know who.
Melania?
Yeah.
She was a model in Europe or
Ukraine.
somewhere over. I don't think it was Russia. I think it was Europe.
If it was Russia, that'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. No, but I know the big controversy with her is that she has posed nude over there in Europe. Your eyes just got really big. What? Yeah. She has done that, and that's kind of a big controversy. But they've already kind of nipped that in the butt with Donald Trump saying, well, she was in her youth at that time, and it's her choice to do what she wants with her body, which it is. You should never judge anybody for doing what they want to do with their body. But yeah, so he is the second coming of Nixon, basically. Will we have the same result? Who knows? But we are at a time of what the hell is going to happen next. Oh, sorry. Because we don't know. This is we haven't tread these waters before. Yeah. And what laws are going to be passed? Is he going to build a wall?
He ain't going to build a wall.
You don't think he's going to build a wall?
He might improve the wall.
There's no wall.
There is a wall in some places in Texas and Arizona.
There are people that are there
at the border. No,
yeah,
there are literal walls. Like
because people have built them. Yeah. Because they guard them themselves. Because they're sick of those damn people coming across the border taking their jobs. Even though their job is really just to watch out for people coming across the border taking other people's jobs. Yeah, doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, yeah, let's move on to the next topic. Let's move on
to our main subject at hand.
That was kind of a main subject.
Yeah, that was kind of a... Yeah.
Anyway, next one.
What do I have? Let's talk about the moon landing.
Let's.
That was definitely one of the most historical events to ever happen in our lifetime.
It was the peak of technology to that point. Which, I mean, every day is kind of the peak of technology now.
The Apollo 11 with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. I forgot the third guy's name who was orbiting the moon while Neil Armstrong and Buzz were...
I don't know. But that was the thing.
I bet... Dude, I'm so dumb, but Buzz Lightyear, Buzz Aldrin, like, Buzz, that's why they named him Buzz. I'm pretty sure... Am I stupid or what?
No. You didn't get it. That's why he said to infinity and beyond.
No.
Yeah, and guys,
they didn't say that.
No, I know. Just that's the whole space aspect of it.
Yeah. Maybe it was Buzz Lightyear, like Lightyear.
Yeah.
Anyways, Taylor's so stupid.
No, you're not. It's okay.
This happened on July 20th.
People think the Earth's
flat. I'm trying to give them facts, Nick.
People think the Earth's flat. You're not stupid. Keep on going.
People. We go to space and it is round.
You can see the curvature in an airplane
of the Earth.
People,
Bruh,
people are dumb.
Isn't there like some celebrities who think this shit's
yes.
Like they're Ariana Grande or some shit.
I don't know who, but they're all ignorant. Because you can go in an airplane and see the curvature of the Earth. If you skydive, you can see the curvature of the Earth. Yeah. You idiots.
Yes.
You're not idiots.
Even if you have a GoPro, you can see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
Even though that kind of the lens is kind of like
it's kind of just
rounded like that.
So that kind of defeats the purpose.
Sure. But when you're up there in the sky, it's definitely you can tell. But anyways, July 20th, 1969, we landed in the Sea of Tranquility. This fulfilled JFK's proposed mission to land a man on the moon before the end of the decade, which he proposed in 1961. Said we will land a man on the moon before the end of this decade.
That was really good.
And the space race, as they call it.
Space race, yes.
Was ended.
Yeah, it didn't go any further.
Yeah, like we didn't really go to the moon. Well, I mean, we did do space shuttle launches and stuff to like the space station and crap like that.
But we never explored anything further than that one point.
Yeah, on the moon.
Yeah.
I think... Did we go to the moon? No, we didn't go to the moon after that.
Nope, that was the first and only trip.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And some people even say it's fake, which is mind-boggling. Well, I mean...
Isn't out of this world.
Yeah.
Because why haven't we gone back?
Yeah.
Why haven't we sent someone to Mars?
True shades.
Why don't we look at Mercury ever? Because it's hot, that's why. Don't ask. It's hot.
I think our next planet we're going to reach is Mars. Even though the moon is not a planet.
I think Europa is the next moon that we're going to reach.
It's too cold.
No, they actually think it's just mostly water. So
I was listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson. And,
he doesn't know shit.
I was listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye.
They don't know shit.
They were talking about which one they were going to visit first, Mars or Europa. And they were talking about how Europa is like too icy and stuff like that.
Yeah, landing on that would be just an astronomical disadvantage.
It would be more of a risk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you you could just completely just miss and skid off of it. There's just no gravity.
Yeah, you're just gonna. Well, we're going down.
You just see you ever watch the Jetsons where George Jetson was on the treadmill and then the dog was chasing him? It'd be like that, just continuing on and on forever.
That's funny as shit.
All right, but is that all you got for?
Yeah,
that
was
just the moon landing?
significant because it was the first people on the moon and
Yeah,
into the space race. Even though Russia beat us in a whole bunch of shit.
Russia had the first man in space, had the first spacecraft, but we touched down on another surface first.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, let's move on to the next one. So my next one is the assassination of JFK. Speaking of JFK, just a hot man. So hot.
All right.
He really wasn't. He was a good figurehead for the government, and he was a good figurehead for the presidency. He had a good head on his shoulders, and he was very young and brash. That's what the American people loved about him. So, yeah, he was the 35th president of the United States when he was assassinated on Friday, November 22nd, 1963. If you don't know, there have been many documentaries on this. I'm sure you've watched them in high school, middle school. If you've watched them in high school, you may have seen the more terrifying one of where he's actually holding his brain as he's dead. And you can see his wife picking up his brain from the back of the car and sticking it back in, trying to put it back.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's the thing.
That's a brutal film.
We watched that at high school.
It's a brutal film.
It happened in the Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas. No, Dealey. I think it's Dealey. It's D-E-A-L-Y.
D-E-A-L-Y. Deli.
Dealey.
Deli.
No, I'll fight you. I'll fight you to the death.
We're gonna look this up.
I'll fight you to the death. I'll stick a pencil in your ear.
What?
You'll be deaf. So yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald was a hitman, as we all know. Conspiracy.
Wait, who? Oh.
Lee Harvey Oswald was the guy that allegedly assassinated JFK. A
Nah.
bunch of people think it was the government.
Don't think it was him.
If you've ever seen the movie Shooter, it's kind of like that, or the TV show. What'd you say?
How see that?
You haven't seen it? It's got Mark Wahlberg in it, the movie. TV show has Ryan Felipe in
It's
it.
Dealey.
Yeah, Dealey. Ryan Felipe is in the TV show. It's on USA right now. It's really good if you want to watch it. Shooter the movie is really good too, but it kind of encompasses the same thing of like it's a conspiracy theory to kill the president, and they're framing this guy for it, but he didn't do it. It's kind of a how would it be handled now, Lee Harvey Oswald type of
You
situation.
need to watch Manchurian Candidate, the old one,
Yeah,
the black and white one.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald was a hitman. And then Lee Harvey Oswald was murdered by Jack Ruby.
Old TV.
Just 2 days later, as Oswald was being transported to a higher security facility. And people think that this is a conspiracy because it happened on TV. It happened right before he was transported to a more secure facility where he could be watched 24/7. That is a big conspiracy because why then? And then holding behind it is Jack Ruby was a known gangster, mobster. He had ties to everything, every drug deal, all the mafia. He had ties to it all. So people were thinking he was trying to get in good graces with the government. He owed them one or something.
Nope.
Yeah, but the consensus is that he was outraged at JFK's murder. Which,
Dude, what if Lee Harvey Oswald was under mind control? But I don't think, dude, I don't think he could get that many shots off that fast from the distance he was and aim perfect.
well, just one. Wasn't it just one shot?
6 shots.
6 shots. Wow.
Or something like that.
From a sniper?
Yeah. Or 3 JFK. Assassination.
But then in 1967, while awaiting trial, Jack Ruby died from lung cancer in a Dallas hospital. He was awaiting trial for the murder of Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yes.
Because he was in an actual court battle at that time, and it had escalated, I think, to a grand jury.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to look this up. Okay, yeah, it said there were 3 shots that were fired at JFK.
So definitely more than one, because 3 is greater than 1.
Most witnesses recall that the second and third shots were bunched together.
That's weird.
Yeah, out of a bolt action rifle.
Yeah, that is very weird.
Bolt action, it's like
Yeah, you have to actually cock it and work it and punch it and groove it, and I'm doing the whole little game.
hell yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. It's very interesting. It leads more into the conspiracy behind it. But yeah, Jack Ruby died in the hospital from lung cancer while waiting trial. Of course, we don't get Lee Harvey Oswald anything from him, his story or anything, because it's just maybe 2 days after it happened, he was murdered.
So that's another thing, like conspiracy there. Like maybe it was set up by the government if they killed off the suspect.
Yeah.
So no information would get out.
And they could have used the mafia and gangster ties for Jack Ruby.
Paid them off.
Well, to get him to be like, all right, take the fall. We won't do anything to like your family, or I mean, I don't know the story or anything.
Yeah.
Like your family or whatever, we won't do anything to them. And then he dies from quote unquote lung cancer.
Huh. Quote unquote.
Because let me see, it was only 4 years after the fact that Jack Ruby died. From the point of the murder of JFK.
Huh. So it would probably take time for that shit to develop if they poisoned him.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
We're calling it here.
We're calling it right now, guys.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracies.
All right, then what's the next one you got?
I want to talk about the 2003 invasion of Iraq.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Of course, it was overshadowed. It overshadowed the war in Afghanistan mainly because a lot of people thought this war had to do with 9/11, and I don't think it did.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were searching for weapons of mass destructions, not terrorists.
Hold on. You remember Bush with the big ass ship? We did it.
Oh yeah, mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
And then the insurgents came.
We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
But this was like the first major invasion since like Vietnam or the Kuwait invasion of the Gulf War.
Yeah, the Gulf War, basically.
But it was like, yeah, Gulf War number 2. Had to go finish Daddy's business, basically.
Yeah, really though, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
That's George W. and George Sr.
And George Jr. was in that war, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Wasn't he in? No, he was in the Vietnam War. That's what it was.
George Bush?
Yeah, he was
George
enlisted.
W?
Yeah.
Probably.
H.W. Bush was his dad, and he was the president during the Gulf War. Okay, I got you. My time thing was off.
But this happened from March to May 2003, and the start of it happened when we were bombing parts of Baghdad.
Yeah.
On live television, as Donald Rumsfeld was talking. What the hell you got your sunglasses on for?
It makes me no, I mean, like, it's fine. It just makes me feel like I'm important and I'm cool. Your face is priceless. Like, what?
Okay.
Nothing makes sense. We're leaving this in.
But this war officially ended in 2011. The result of the invasion and occupation of Iraq. Word. So.
Oh, okay. You finish your sentence. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the night that we were bombing them nonstop the entire night. I was up watching that because it was such a big damn deal. Mostly because we didn't know if we were gonna get bombed back.
Yeah. I don't think they had... We tried to kill Saddam Hussein, but...
Plentiful amount of times.
But he escaped, man. And then Sumi caught him in a little hole in the ground and hung his ass.
Yeah, and so we found Saddam in a hole, hung him, then we got Bin Laden. But, yeah, that was shock and awe.
That's crazy. Absolutely mind-blowing.
What, we hung him?
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
We didn't hung him, but the new Iraqi government did, I guess.
Holy shit. That is insane.
Yeah. Who hangs people? When did we find him? Like 2007? No, we found him in 2005, I think.
Yeah, it was closer to that. That's crazy.
Maybe no, I think it was 04, maybe.
That,
but
I don't
like,
know.
who hangs people in 2004? Just like,
I mean, who still does mercy sacrifices? People in China.
what?
Yeah,
They still
they still-
sacrificing a baby?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, what you got, bro? What you got?
Oh, okay.
Is this? We'll wrap up with so. Yeah.
The what?
We'll wrap up with like the terrorist attacks.
Okay. Yeah, those are big. Space Shuttle Challenger destroyed.
That's not a good thing to say.
No, it was just I'm okay. Yeah, so yeah, January 28, 1986, 7 people died. I think it was 5 astronauts, 2 support people that were on the ship.
A teacher. A teacher was on board too.
Oh,
Krista McCullough.
that's right. Yeah.
What? You didn't know that?
It's just when I said yeah. It was like very what we just heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cutting this out too. Yeah, so it happened over the Atlantic Ocean off of Cape Canaveral, Florida. It took off, and after 73 seconds into its flight, which is a minute and 13 seconds if you didn't know, yes, it exploded. And it is one of the most horrifying scenes in American history you will ever witness on tape.
I saw it when I was a little kid, like a replay of it. Like it was like a countdown to disasters.
Yep.
Cried.
Yeah, it is shocking, and listening to the people on the radio, listening to the people on the TV talk about it when it was happening was just shock and awe. Like, you did not know what was happening. Nothing like
I
this.
feel bad for people actually there.
Yeah.
And witnessed it. Like, damn.
Like, you see this glorious thing go up in the air. You're expecting something great to happen, and then a mere minute after it does, it's destroyed, and 7 lives are destroyed, and hopes and dreams that were carried on this thing are gone.
The weather wasn't really right conditions for taking off, but
yeah,
they
that's
said,
what it was saying.
like something. There's something on the fuel tank or something that
yeah, it was like a shingle,
yeah,
or something
like that.
Which is absolutely insane.
I'm bad at explaining things. It malfunctioned because of the cold weather.
Yeah,
and that was the result of the explosion.
Yeah, which is absolutely crazy.
They took a risk, and it didn't pay off.
No, it backfired completely.
This was in '86.
Yeah, 86.
Crazy.
Yeah, right. The first of the year. So
January 21st.
28.
28.
Yep, 28.
Sorry, that's like 4 days from now.
Yeah, but like,
or 3 days if you're counting. That's the Senior Bowl.
Like 40 years ago.
Or Sunday.
Or 41 years ago, I guess I should say. But yeah, that's crazy, right? 31. 31 years. It's like 40 years ago? Nah.
So, you know, it's like
we're old.
We're old.
That was 31 years ago. A couple days. But yeah, that was an insane thing to watch live, an insane thing to happen. But okay, so what you got?
I think I wanted to talk about the MLK assassination. I think that was more of a lasting impact
On American history, if anything.
That he was a great man. He was a pastor from Alabama.
Yep.
Was he? What he from? Alabama? From Montgomery.
I think so.
He's from Montgomery.
He is a very controversial figure if you did like racism.
What?
Yeah. Well, some people out there are racist, so you might as well just say that.
American Baptist minister.
Yeah, I mean, he was
a leader of the civil rights movement.
Great man.
Had that. I have a dream.
Which is very look.
One day.
If you don't watch any other, say what you want about Bill Cosby, but if you want to watch one episode of the Cosby Show, watch the episode where they're watching the MLK speech. It's very impactful and moving.
Let's see where he was from.
Just like if you ever watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, watch the one where Will Smith just goes off about his dad not being there. You'll cry.
He was born in Atlanta, Georgia.
I cried about that.
He was born in Atlanta.
Gotcha.
But yeah, his death was probably it happened in Tennessee, Memphis, I believe. Where is his death? Assassination. March 29th, 1968 was at the Laurier Hotel. And he was killed by, what was his name? James Earl Ray.
Who?
James Earl Ray.
Was he a white man?
I think so.
Of course he was. Why can't we just get along, guys? Come on. You pieces of shit.
There were race riots in D.C., Chicago, Baltimore, Louisville, Kansas City, and other cities after the death of Mr. MLK.
Yeah.
We now have a holiday February.
We just
celebrated.
celebrated
His birthday's in January.
MLK
too.
Day.
Yeah.
That's right. R.I.P.
R.I.P. MLK.
It's one of the most influential figureheads in American history.
If we didn't have him,
Where?
he was a godsend.
Yes, he was. Like, and this is from 2 white adult males. Thank you, Mr. King, for everything you've done.
I was like confused for a second, but
Yeah, no, I mean, that's true. Like, he spearheaded a bunch of different things, a bunch of different causes, and he truly changed the outcome of American history in my eyes.
Very much so. The next thing I kind of want to talk about is... what is that, dude? The hostage situation in the Olympics?
Yeah, the Berlin Olympics.
Was it Berlin?
I think so. It was the 1932 Olympics.
No.
Was it 36?
Hostage crisis.
Because that's the one that
Is it Toronto?
Owens was at, right?
No, this was 1972.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I was thinking of the other one. Munich.
Same country, different city. It was attacked during the 72 Summer Olympics in West Germany. On 11 Israeli Olympic team members who were taken hostage and eventually killed along with a German police officer by the Palestinian group Black September. Yeah, I remember learning about this in history class, and actually, my parents have Times most notorious pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
Of history, and this picture right there.
Yeah, I've seen that one a bunch.
But they had like a certain deadline on one day to give up the hostages, or no, to meet the deadline or the hostages would be killed or something like that, and they killed them all. So yeah, it sucks, dude.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
Yeah, so what's the... You got one last one?
Oh, I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
I think they tighten security and stuff and around the Olympics and shit because of that. Another
definitely.
one I want to talk about is the atomic bombs in Japan.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Nagasaki.
Yes.
That was crazy.
What was it? Big Boy and Little Boy?
Something, dude.
Yeah, it was something like that.
It showed how powerful we've become in the weapons technology.
It was us flexing our muscle when I don't think we should have.
I think it was a 60-mile radius. Hold on.
Because if you look at it, the ramifications of that are very dire. Like, people are still affected from that today. Innocent people.
That was number 1 on Watch Mojo's shook the world shit.
Yeah. Because it literally shook the world. Like, the world shook because of that. Like, look, I get that it needed to be done, but at the same time, if you see the ramification sense of nuclear warheads and how every country seems to have hundreds of them, and if one thing goes wrong and one explodes, we're all dead. I just think the ramifications for bombs like that are terrible.
Yeah. I want to say that there's like a 60-mile radius.
It was a big-ass blast zone, that's for sure. Because those mushroom cloud pictures are huge.
Very much so. But it showed that America is not to be fucked with. Plain and simple. Had to say it. But, let's see. If it's a 60-mile radius or something like that, just imagine how the atomic bombs today, like what the radius is for that. It could wipe out a whole continent, probably.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. North Korea has these bombs now that they're not supposed to have. But they have them because what are we going to do about it? We're so damn far away.
Yeah.
But the whole point is that they made a video last year of...
maybe it says 30 miles right now.
of a bomb attacking the White House, that's not just the White House, that's everywhere around it too.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Okay, now I just looked up the biggest bomb ever in history. The biggest bomb in the history of the world, Big Ivan, better known as Tsar Bomba,
Yeah, dude, you should see that footage.
was
It is
57
insane.
57 megatons of Soviet might. That's 1,400 times Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined, and 10 times the entire combined firepower expended in World War II alone.
How was the radius on it?
I don't know, it's just that's the biggest one. A 1 megaton nuclear bomb creates a firestorm that can cover 100 square miles. A 20-ton blast firestorm can cover nearly 2,500 square miles. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were small cities, and by today's standards, the bombs dropped on them were small bombs. So just think about that.
Like, look at the comparison. Hiroshima before and after the bomb.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely not. It's desolate wasteland. Like, if you ever played Fallout 4, that's what it would be. It would be that. The ramifications for these things are huge and dire.
Huh. That's crazy, bro.
What? Okay, I just looked up what is the most powerful bomb in the world. Instead of the world's largest, the RDS 220 hydrogen bomb, also known as it's the same thing as the Tsar Bomba.
The Tsar Bomba video is nuts, dude. It's pretty big, dude.
We're gonna watch this video podcast, guys.
We'll just cut this out.
The real Tsar Bomba footage.
You can move it over here. There you go. You see it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine walking outside seeing
I
that?
know, dude. Look. Look at that.
That's terrifying.
That is insane. When you see those big atomic bomb pictures, that's what that is.
Yeah, but look at that little small radius at the bottom and all those fucking big ass clouds at the top.
Yeah, dude.
Look at that. That is absolutely insane. That can happen any given moment now.
We probably have the technology further than that
Oh, I'm sure we have
to wipe
one.
out a whole continent, dude.
I'm
If
sure
we
we
get
have one that
if
can
they
blow up
bomb
the
us,
planet.
if they bomb us in the middle of our country, we're done.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
that's the thing. If they bomb us on okay,
No, yeah.
yeah, no, let's just keep this in. Fuck it. Yeah, if they bomb us on Yellowstone,
oh fuck yeah.
no, that's the thing. There are scientists in North Korea that said if you do that, the volcano's going to erupt.
Oh yeah, the mega volcano or
Yep.
something like that.
It'll erupt, and we're screwed. So, yeah,
They
I-
called Old Faithful because it was,
yeah, it would come up at a
now
certain
it's
point.
just like random
Yeah, it's
stuff.
just whatever. Yeah, I think that there's probably a nuclear warhead that we have that could destroy a planet
Oh yeah.
in a heartbeat.
It would take. I think it would take 2 or 3, but
I
Two.
think technology's that far advanced.
for,
That there's
for
one
one,
that would just disintegrate a planet. Like if there's an asteroid heading towards Earth, I think we have a bomb to strap onto it that would disintegrate it in a freaking heartbeat.
Armageddon.
Except like we don't have to send stupid drillers up there for oil. Yeah.
Where?
Well, that was very intense and impactful.
Yes. What were the last things you want to talk about, Nick?
That was it, really.
Really?
Yeah, I only had 3 good ones I wanted to talk about, and we can have a part 2 of this later because I figured there was some good discussion in here.
Yes, there was. There was some good discussion. I'm glad we got to do this today.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely. It's very enticing, alluring, and very insightful.
Yes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. We'll be back
Saturday with another release. Don't know really what we're going to talk about this time. Maybe sports related, maybe not.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. Big shout out to Slay's Sweet Heat Grilling Sauce for this podcast.
Yes. Tasty, delicious,
Goodness.
all around just great
Got a
tasting
little
sauce.
sweet and it's
got a little heat.
It's perfect.
So be sure to get you some of that. I'll leave a description in the
Links in the bio,
links
as
in the
always.
description, yes.
Just like last time.
Was it in there?
Yeah, it was.
You put it in there?
Yeah, it is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's what's up, dude. So, anyways, damn.
It is that.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. This is Nick Johansson.
Hey.
We are No Name Network with a podcast with no name.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Next time.